Hello everyone, my name is Mansi Bhaskar Gongde. I am studying in 5th standard.
Okay, Mansi, let's start with the first question. That can you tell about your RC? That what was your RC at the beginning of the year,
Yes.
and what is your RC now?
At the beginning of the year, my RC level was 0.5. Now my RC level is 3.
And how did you improve that much RC?
By solving worksheets and reading storybooks.
By solving worksheet and by reading the
Storybooks.
storybooks. So let's talk about storybooks. So can you tell us how much stories do you read in a day, and how reading helps you in your?
In a day, I read for 1 hour. Only reading is not important, but we can understand the story.
Okay, what helps you to understand the story?
By dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, and vocabulary.
Okay, so you said you use dictionary.
Yes.
So what is how do you use the dictionary? Like where do you get dictionary from, and how dictionary helps you?
In dictionary there are so many words, so I find that word.
Okay, and what do? You write down somewhere the words?
No, I
Then?
don't write. I only understand.
Okay. So next question is let's talk about yourself. So can you tell us what do you want to become?
No, I haven't decided.
You haven't decided.
Yes.
Okay. But let's talk about what do you like the most.
I like to read storybooks, and my hobby is writing
Writing what?
letters.
Writing letters. You
Yes.
said your hobby is to reading books. Can you tell us what kind of books do you like to read and why?
I like interesting books. They interesting books because some interesting words.
Okay, so what can you tell any story that you recently read and you like it?
Same or different.
Okay. So any story that you like,
Yes.
can you tell us about any story that you like and you?
Same or different means the storybook is very funny and
Okay.
interesting also.
Okay. Let's talk about what do you think apart from RC? What have you improved in this year?
I improve in this year by bhaiya means bhaiya give me worksheets and RC papers, so I solve that.
So you said you have improved solving the worksheet.
Yes.
Before that, did you solve worksheet?
No,
And now?
I don't know any kind of worksheets.
So, and what is the impact of solving worksheet now?
By solving worksheets, I learn new words and I learn new storybooks.
So you learn new words and you get to know more new vocabulary. That's really nice. Now, can you tell me what change have you seen in yourself from beginning of the year to the now?
At the beginning of the year, I don't know anything. Means like reading storybooks and writing words that I don't know. And when Bhaiya is come, I know some things.
What is that? Can you tell me?
Like storybooks, RC papers, worksheets, that.
Okay. Now let's talk about a little bit about your classroom. Can you tell us what are the norms you follow and what is the classroom culture you have?
I follow norms and classroom when Bhaiya is not there, classroom culture is very means some students fight and some students not following norms. When Bhaiya is come, all students not making noise and not fighting.
Okay, that's really nice. So what is your favorite norm and why?
My favorite norm is listening Bhaiya carefully.
And why it is important, you think?
It is important for study and listening.
And what happens if you don't listen?
I can't understand anything.
Okay, so by listening you understand what the Bhaiya is saying and you learned more and more things. That's really nice. So let's talk about your classroom more. Have you seen any change in your friends, in your classmates, or in your peers from the beginning of the year and now?
At the beginning of the year, some students use bad words, and when Bhaiya come, some students not using bad words and not fighting.
And what do you think? Why it happens? Like why they change and what helps them to change?
Norms starts and norms.
Norms. So norms helps them to, to not shout, not use bad words, not fight. That's really nice. Have you seen any your friend, anything that they have improved? Any you can give example that you see them they improve that.
My friend Vaibhavi, he's always cry, but now he don't cry. I think
She always
cry.
Okay. So she's very emotional and she's not able to control her. Okay.
Yes.
That's really nice. So now let's talk about student leadership. So do you think what is the importance of student leadership and how you have seen that in your classroom?
Student leadership is important for study. That is related to study.
What is your understanding of student leadership? What do you think? What is student leadership?
We solve the problem. Any conflict we don't understand, we can solve that.
So you solve the problems.
Yes.
I think Mansi, what I think is when you are in a groups, it helps you to learn the leadership because in a group you are not one. So can you share your experience of working in a group and how groups help in your classroom?
I like to working in the group because some students participates and they also give chance.
And what happens because of that?
Because of that, students take more participate in group.
Students take more participate. And do you think if there are groups, then it helps you to manage your classroom? Can you also give example? How do you manage your classroom? Like how do you check your homework? There are so many students. How you manage the classroom?
First, we make group and A, B, C, D. Like
Trackers.
yes, we trackers and we track. Some students are absent. Some students are not able to behavior and study.
Okay, that's really true. So groups helps you to manage the classroom.
Yes.
So now let's talk about your teaching style. So we have three parts into the teaching. So what do you think? First part we do with teacher, second part we talk about groups. Can you talk about the third part, that is independence practice and how it helps you?
Independence practice means we talk in group also, and independence we help. If you don't understand, we can ask another friend.
If you don't understand, you can ask others. And that helps you to understand better.
Yes.
That's really good. So can you talk about weekly tests, like how weekly test helps you and why it is important?
Weekly test is important for our RC and our vocabulary, and it is help to improve our English.
Okay, that's really true. Now let's talk about India. So what is the one thing that you want to solve and what is the one problem that you are passionate about in India?
India have a big problem. Girls and boys boys have school, means they go to school, but girls
education.
Girls education.
And where have you seen this?
Newspaper.
And how you feel when you see this?
I feel nervous.
And why?
Because why boys have education? Why not girls?
And what is your opinion about why girls should have the education?
Girls and boys are similar, So they
And what
give
happens if
education.
girls are educated? Like, what will happen? What will be the change in India?
India make means India
India will progress.
yes, India will progress.
Okay, and like you are also a girl, so what do you think? If you take education, what will be the impact of your education in your family and in the India?
Means India girls educated is very important for India. Girls also means improve their jobs like
Okay, that's really true that you have seen that girls' education is important and we should, give the girls equal opportunities.
yes.
Have you seen any discrimination, any difference that at your home or in your classroom that because of your girl you are not getting this or that or any opportunity?
In my area, there are similar girls and boys. They too have educations.
So you don't have seen any difference
Yes.
into the classroom. That's nice for you. Now let's talk about more about the teacher. So, what do you think? What are the character traits of a good teacher? What do you say?
Character trait is
Like what qualities should the teacher have?
nice,
Okay.
lively, and generous.
So do you think a teacher should be friendly or strict?
Friendly,
And why?
because friendly teacher didn't angry and scold and beat.
Okay. And if one teacher is angry, beating the children, what is the impact of that
Means
on student?
they again and again do that.
And why? Why
wrong.
they are going to do that?
Because the teacher beat him.
So he doesn't want to listen to the teacher.
Yes.
That's really nice. So we talked about India, we talked about others, we talked about how your classroom improved. Now you will be going sixth. What's your hope from next year?
My goal is improve my English and improve my RC level.
So that is your hope from next year. Okay,
Yes.
that's really nice. Anything you want to give any message to anyone who want to become teacher in the future?
I decided I want to become teacher.
You want to become fellow?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like to teaching.
You like to teach.
Yes.
And so, like, if someone is not interested in reading, like if any student, like at the beginning you were not interested, so what's your message for them?
Why you cannot read?
So how-
Reading
how-
is very important.
And how they can find interest in reading?
First, we try to read one level 1 to 4.
So they should start from level
One
1.
level 1.
And like let's talk about library project. So do you think like what is the impact of library project in your life?
When library is started, all students read storybooks and they improve their English and RC.
So how library has helped you personally as a student? How library has helped you?
Improve by students.
No, you. How it has helped you?
Means first, I don't know how to read,
Okay.
how to understand the story.
Good.
When I am reading the story, I understand all things
Okay, so
and how to use tenses.
tenses. So you learn. So do you think reading stories also help us to understand the emotions and how?
Yes, reading stories we can understand the emotions of the story.
Okay. So what is your favorite part of your classroom? What is the most thing that you like to do? In the classroom, in the school, any
Library.
library.
Yes.
And why?
Because there are so many storybooks and I like that some storybooks are funny, interesting. Yes.
Anything you want to say?
No.
Say bye then.
Bye.
Yeah.